Very good morning, students. In this video, we are going to read class 7th English textbook Honeycomb. We are going to read by ebook. So, in the content, if we see, there are 10 chapters and 8 to 9 approx poems are there. In that, chapter 1 is 3 questions. 3 questions that is written by the narrator, the writer Leo Tolstoy. This is the 3 questions, and before going to read, some lines are here. A king has 3 questions and he is seeking answer to them. What are the questions? Does the king get what he wants? So actually the king here wants to know the answer of the 3 questions to rule over his kingdom better way. So he starts searching for the right answer. First, he searched into his kingdom. He also announced if somebody came and gives his answer, he would be rewarded. Let's see by the text. The thought came to the certain king that he would never fail if he knew 3 things. These 3 things were: what is the right time to begin something? Which people should he listen to? What is the most important thing for him to do? These are the 3 questions. Now, what happened then? The king therefore sent messengers throughout his kingdom, promising a large sum of money to anyone who would answer these 3 questions. Then after, many wise men, after hearing this announcement, came to the king, but they all answered his questions differently. Their answers were not matching. That's why the king was not satisfied with the answer of the wise men who came to him. In reply to the first question, some said the king must prepare a timetable and then follow it strictly. Only in this way, they said, could he do anything and everything at his proper time. Others said that it was impossible to decide in advance the right time for doing something. It is impossible. How anyone can know the right time to do something? So according to them, it was impossible. The king should notice all that was going on, avoid foolish pleasure, and always do whatever seemed necessary at that time. Yet others said that the king needed a council of wise men who would help him act at the proper time. Time to time they remember to the king, is it possible, children? I think it is not possible for anyone. It is just like an alarm watch. Time to time the alarm reminds us to get up, to do something, but it is not possible everywhere and every time. This was because one man would find it impossible to decide correctly without help from others the right time for every action. But then others said that there was something which could be urgent. These things could not wait for the decision of the council. At a right time, the king had to take the right decision. It may be that time the council may not be there, so how the king will get the right thing. Problem must be there. So, what then? In order to decide the right time for doing something, it is necessary to look into the future, and only magicians can do that. The king, therefore, would have to go to magicians. They said, they advised that king had to go to magicians because they are magical, they are having magical power, and they, by their magic, can do anything. In their answer to the second question, some said that the people most necessary to king were his counselors. Others said the priest. A few others chose the doctors, and yet others said that his soldiers were the most important, the necessary people. To the third question, some said science, others chose fighting, and yet other religious worship. Means their answers were completely different, and because of that, the king was not satisfied with their answers. To the third question, some said science, others chose fighting, and yet other religious worship. So completely different. Children, then what he did, what the king did? As the answer to his questions were so different, the king was not satisfied and gave no reward. They would not rewarded. They would not be rewarded because their answers were not correctly, perfectly. Instead, he decided to seek the advice of a certain hermit who was widely known for his wisdom. There the king knew a wise man, hermit, who was known for his wisdom. Now he decided to go to hermit. So let's go to the text. The hermit lived in a wood which he never left. He saw no one but simple people, and so the king put an ordinary clothes before he reached the hermit's hut. The king left his horse with his bodyguard and went on alone, like a common person, like a normal person. As the king came near to the hermit's hut, he saw the hermit digging the ground in front of his hut. He greeted the king and continued digging. The king was old and weak, and as he worked, he breathed heavily. What the king did then after? The king, forgetting his right answer, decided to help the hermit in his work. The king went up to the hermit and said, I have come to you, wise hermit, to ask you to answer these 3 questions. How can I learn to do the right thing at the right time? Who are the people I need most? And what affairs are the most important? The hermit listened to the king but did not speak. He went on digging. You are tired, said the king. Let me take the spade and walk in your place. On this, the hermit replied, Thanks, and giving the king his spade, then he sat down on the ground. So now here the king did whatever for getting his answer of the questions what he haven't done in his life. He started digging the ground. When the king had dug 2 beds, he stopped and repeated his questions. The king gave no answer but stood up, stretching out his hand for the spade and said, Now you rest and let me work. But the king did not give him the spade and continued his digging. 1 hour passed, then another. The sun went down behind the trees, and at last the king struck the spade into the ground and said, Now the king was angry, and in angry way he asked to the hermit, I came to you, wise man, for an answer to my questions. If you can give me no answer, tell me so, and I will return home. Here comes someone running, said the hermit. They heard, actually, hermit heard someone running there. So, actually, this was the first part of the chapter, and on the basis of the first part, here is some questions. Why did the king want to know answer to these three questions? And messengers were sent throughout the kingdom for what? So choices were there. Here are also four choices, four options are there. So you may choose one of that. What is the right? Now let's see the second part. The king turned round and saw a bearded man. When the hermit noticed that someone was running toward them, who was there? There was a bearded man running toward them. His hands were pressed against his stomach, from which blood was flowing. When he reached the king, he fainted and fell on to the ground. The king and the hermit removed the man's clothing and found a large wound in his stomach. The king washed and covered it with his handkerchief, but the blood was not flowing. The king redressed the wound until at last the bleeding stopped. The man felt better and asked for something to drink. The king brought fresh water and gave it to him. By this time the sun had set and the air was cool. The king, with the hermit's help, carried the wounded man into the hut and laid him on the bed. The man closed his eyes and lay quiet. The king, he was also tired because of walking the long distances, and yes, he worked very hard. He digged the ground, so he also lay down on the floor and slept through the night. When he awoke, it was several minutes before he could remember who was there and what happened, and where he was, or who the stranger bearded man laying on the bed was. Before he asked something or know something about, he heard the voice of the bearded man. Forgive me, said the bearded man in a weak voice. When he saw the king was awake, I don't know who are you, and have nothing to forgive you for, said the king. You do not know me, but I know you. I am that enemy of yours who swore revenge on you because you put my brother to death and seized my property. I knew you that you had gone alone to see that hermit, and I made up my mind to kill you on your way home. But the day passed and you did not return. So I left my hiding place and I came upon your bodyguard, who recognized me and wounded me. I escaped anyhow from him, but I should have died if you had not dressed my wounds. I wished to kill you, and you have saved my life. Now, if I live, I will serve you as your most faithful servant, and will order my sons to do the same. Forgive me, the king. The king was very happy to have made peace with his enemy so easily, and to have won him over a friend. He not only forgave him, but said he would send his servants and his own doctor to look after him, and he promised to give back the man his property. Now, leaving the wounded man, The king went out of the hut and looked round for the hermit. Before going away his way, he wished moreover to get answer to his question. The hermit was on his knees sewing sheets in the beds that had been dug the day before. The king went up to the hermit and said, "For the last time I beg you to answer my questions, wise man." On this the hermit replied, "You have already been answered," said the hermit, still bending down to the ground and looking up at the king as he stood before him. How? How have I been answered? What do you mean? Answered the hermit, do you not see? If you had not pitied my weakness yesterday and had not dug these beds for me, you would have gone away. Then what happened? Then that man would have attacked you and you would have wished you had stayed with me. So the most important time was when you were digging the beds. And I was the most important person, and to do me good was your most important business that time. So these were the answer of that questions. Afterwards, when the man ran to us, the most important time was when you were caring for him, because if you had not dressed his wounds, he would have died without having made peace with you. So he was the most important person, and what you did for him was your most important business. Remember then, there is only one time that is important, and that time is now. So, students, you also learn from this story. The most important time is now. It is the most important time because it is the only time we have any power to act. Not for in the past, not in the future, the present. We are having the power in our hands at present to change our future, to change everything. The most important, the most necessary person is the person you are with a particular movement. You are with a particular movement, for no one knows what will happen in the future and whether we will meet anyone else. The most important business is to do that person good, because we were sent into this world for that purpose alone. So this was the answer. These were the answer of the questions spoken by hermit to the king. So in short, we may have summary of the question of the chapter. So in the short story, 3 questions, Leo Tolstoy explored the theme of wisdom, acceptance, kindness, and forgiveness. The story is about a king who wants to know the answer of the 3 questions so as to get enlightenment. In order to run the kingdom in a proper way, he wanted to know the solutions from his countrymen. He disguised himself and then went to find solution to his answer. The hermit tells the king that all the answers are within himself. By helping the wounded man and by spending the time with the hermit, he gets to know the answer to his questions, which he got through self-realization. He learned to do good to others without thinking about own self. So this was the short summary of the chapter 3 questions. I hope you enjoyed and learned a lot. So in next video we will again learn about something, a moral, and yes, the next chapter. Till then, student, enjoy, stay at home and read by ebook. Once again, good morning. Thank you.